Hi. So I just wanted to share my experience um, from the past and from lately with Dr. G's information. Hi, Dr. G. Um, 5 or 6 years ago, I was really starting to slide downhill. And, I was already plant based, but I was having every autoimmune symptom in the book. It just sucked. And I was trying so hard, and it seemed like, nothing was getting better. I'm not real big on going to the doctor, but I went to a few doctors, and I don't know, you're in your 40s, you're this, you're that. The last doctor I went to, he actually did run the initial tests to see if I had, because he could tell. Like, I had rashes, and, I was explaining to him all the stuff I was going through, and he's like, "You definitely sound like you have autoimmune." Nothing came up. Everything came in within normal ranges, and so what he told me was that I was probably going to have to get worse before we got answers. And I didn't say anything to him, but I was just sitting there thinking, no, no, the last thing I want is to get worse. I do not want to get worse. And I think it was a few months later that I found Dr. Goldner. Actually, I kind of found you, Dr. G, through Thomas because I had done one of his bodybuilding programs that he did with Tori Washington. And so somehow you started kind of coming into my feeds on social media, and yeah, I heard you talking about healing from autoimmune. I'm like, okay, I don't know that I would be doing anything different. I was already plant based. I thought I was eating, super healthy. There were some things that I could have cleaned up, but I just didn't really see how anything I was doing could be making me sick or helping, not helping, but making things worse. And I listened to the classes, and I was floored. I didn't go what I call full Goldner back then, but I started doing the green smoothies. I started getting rid of the oil and the processed foods out of my diet. Not completely, but it was definitely, I transitioned to a whole food plant based diet without the oil as much as possible. Um, and I was crying. Within 3 days, I no longer had all the joint pain. It was literally hurting me to like get out of bed and put my feet on the tile floor. I live in Arizona, so I'd go to put my feet on the tile floor and it hurt, and I would have to stay moving all day just to keep the inflammation down. I felt pretty good as long as I stayed moving, but as soon as I stopped, it was like I was starting all over again at zero. Um, all kinds of other things I won't go into detail, but everything just started getting better. And, some things completely went away, some things just kind of went underground, and once in a while I would have issues. Well, so now, here years later, the last 3 years have been tough for all of us. They've been very challenging, very stressful in not just because of COVID, but, just in different ways. And I started noticing that even with eating super duper clean, like really for sure now, that some of my symptoms were coming back, and some of the ones that kind of went away, weren't really there prominently, started, getting worse. And again, I don't want to get worse. I don't want to let things go. So I had kind of been considering trying the full like Goodbye Lupus protocol. And then I ended up talking to a couple of friends who are struggling, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. I'm just going to do it, for me, and to be able to share with other people the benefits and what I've gotten out of it. So here I am. I'm in week 6, and I'm just going to get out. I don't want to take too much more time, but I'm just going to get out my little list of what has improved so far. I'm trying to keep track of it to kind of quantify in a way. I'll just go with my nails. The skin around my nails was really rough and ragged. That's gotten better. I actually had noticed right about the time I started the protocol that I still have them, mesalines across my nails. You can look that up. It's not a good sign. I don't know what it meant, but it's not a good sign usually. Those have grown, I won't try to show you on here, but those have grown all the way out to the whites of my nails now. They're going away. Also, I had pretty deep ridges, especially on my thumbs, and those have smoothed out. They're almost non-existent. Skin around my nails is softer now. I was having a lot of tingling in my fingers and toes, especially my fingers. I realized today I don't remember the last time I had that. A lot of head and neck tension, that's almost non-existent. My lumbopelvic hip area tends to get a lot of tension. I think we all, kind of have that. Almost none of that now. A lot of one of my autoimmune things is a lot of tooth sensitivity, dental decline, trying to stave it off as best I can. A lot less tooth sensitivity now, like a lot. Itchy skin, you notice me still doing this. Some of that's probably nerves being on video, but I always had super duper itchy skin, and actually really it's not near as bad anymore. It's still there, but it's not as bad. Sleep. I was having really restless sleep. Some of that's because I've got geriatric dogs who wake me up at all hours of the night. But I'm sleeping much better when I do sleep. It's a lot better quality. I was starting to have a bout for the first time in a long time with some plantar fasciitis, and I've been working that out, and now it's almost unnoticeable. My right ear, long story, but I don't hear well out of my right ear. I think it's got some scar tissue, so it's always feels full and things like that. It's actually less full now. I still have the tinnitus, probably not as often, but whatever's going on with that right ear, there's a lot less of stuff going on, and I'm breathing more deeply. So those are all just great things, and thank you, Dr. G. Really appreciate the Smoothie Solution page too. A lot of people contribute great ideas, and they have a lot of encouragement, and I'll update you if anything new comes along. Thank you, thank you, thank you.